So, I just realized I left my water bottle over on that side, and sitting here like, interesting. I don't feel like going to get it. But guys, today is going to be a very quick live. I just wanted to come on here and say hello. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What's the vibe? Let me know down in the chat, okay? Quickly, we're just going to talk on what the rest of this week is going to look like, since we did not have yesterday's live because I was taking a self-care day. What did that self-care day entail? Of course, me replenishing my energy, as well as I was doing my hair. Did I finish my hair yesterday? Nah, and that's why the scarf is like it is today, because I gotta finish the rest of it. But as you can see, a little preview is gonna be cute. Okay. Right now, it's still in the works, you know. So I will be finishing that up today, as well as I have a bunch of projects I need to work on as well. If you have been keeping up with me on Threads, if not, the link is in my bio. But on Threads, I've already been like sneak peeking what the community is going to be leading towards, okay? Because y'all know how much I get on here and I talk about building a utopia on this earth for a world peace timeline, okay, for all the souls, not just some of the souls, right? I'm always talking about it. Is literally in my pinned in my pinned video is literally talking about how we can, as 8.5 billion souls, we can curate a planet that is like nothing we've seen before here, okay? So I'm working with a few other people for the foundation of these plans, okay? Um, like I said, if you follow us on Threads, then you will see like what we are doing. You will see the plan, everything. A lot of it is still getting worked on, okay? So I will talk more about it when it is fully settled, right? Right now, like I said, a lot of the foundation is done already. We are just doing final touches, okay? Grand afternoon, grand afternoon. And since this, how you doing? How you feeling, Darlene? Haven't seen you in a minute, hun. Hi, Tabitha. How you doing? How you feeling? Let me know down in the chat. Okay. Yeah. So, you guys know, like this since I'm not going to talk too much on it because it's still a work in progress. However, it is literally about done. So that's why I have been mentioning it on Just So Tired. And okay, yeah, I don't know if you guys been like waking up at the wee hours of the day, 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Yeah, a lot to do with the energy of the planet right now. If you've been looking into the uh, I'm gonna say resonance pictures with the where it shows the frequency in different colors. I have to look up the proper name for it, but yeah, if you've been paying attention to those, yup, you've been waking up weird hours. Yup, yeah. It's because Mother Gaia is shifting at this time, and all of us empaths, right? Clairsentient beings, are neurodivergent beings, are all feeling this at this time, right? Hi, Angel. How you doing? How you feeling? Let me know down in the chat. So yeah, so we have that. We have the but since that includes you guys, right? It is for us to build a strong knit community. Okay. For right now it will be online, but we will eventually be moving it off of online platforms into actual physical connections, okay? I'm trying to trying to explain it, but yes, if you follow me on Discord, then you like know, you already know a little bit about what we've been building here, as well with the pin post. You're doing good, hun. I'm glad to hear that. Period. Period. Yes, just stay up on your spiritual protection, okay? Make sure you guys are staying up on your spiritual protection. You're drinking your water. All right. If you have been waking up at weird hours, did you just make sure that you get your rest wherever you can? Okay. Make sure to stay grounded. Okay. You're welcome, hon. And no, we aren't doing free yes or no questions. Um, Today we're just vibing. I like the cards in my hand. You're welcome, hon. But yeah, what's it called? So yeah, we have that in the works. I also have to put the finishing touches onto the YouTube video for tomorrow. So like I said, I'm very busy today. I have a lot to do regarding how we're going to expand our community and regarding to, just projects that I have for you guys to learn, grow, and evolve. Okay. Alrighty. Hi guys, welcome in. How you doing? How you feeling? All right. Yes, Angel. I'm excited. I'm really excited about it. Okay. Everything has been coming together very nicely already. The group is led by all women, women of descent. Okay, so some type of descent. They are, not just um spicy white. We're gonna just we're gonna put it out there. It's mainly people of color descents, okay, that are leading this group, mainly women. Okay. Hi Crystal, how you doing? How you feeling? Hey Emma, how you doing? How you feeling? Okay, so it is a very interesting group. And I'm very excited for you guys to see all the work that we have been putting in together. I can't wait to go more over it. Like, I don't want to talk too much about it. You don't know how I feel about those things. But I am letting you know that it is coming. Okay. We're not doing subscriptions anymore on TikTok. Just forget about TikTok subscriptions. The subscriptions are now on Discord. Okay, so if you do want a free 5 card reading every week, it's literally $3 a month. Okay, literally $2.99 a month. Okay, if you go onto our Discord channel and you do the subscription there. Okay. Like I said, that gets you a lot more access to me, my abilities. That gets you 5 card readings every week. So that's 4 weeks in a month, right? Except for those special months, of course. But 4 weeks in a month, that means you're getting 4 readings a month for $3, okay? Whereas 5 card readings are $10. Normally they're $10, but in the subscription package, they are $3 for the entire month, okay? So I just letting y'all know. That's what we are doing now instead of the TikTok version, because TikTok isn't, I don't know what's going on with TikTok, but we aren't relying on TikTok. So if TikTok want to, ruin its entire platform, that ain't got nothing to do with us, okay? Because we got other places we can congregate on, okay? Alrighty, like YouTube, Discord, okay? Twitch, if I'm feeling like getting back on there, but those are our main options, okay? Even Instagram, Facebook. I mean, like, literally there are so many what you call it, sorry, I just lost my train of thought. I was reading a text message. Oh, there are so many apps that we can go live on that TikTok is not a priority, really. Like, it is genuinely just a means, okay, and nothing more, right? So we'll see if it lasts long enough for these corporations to pay me on it. If not, there are plenty other corporations that we can be robbing, you know what I'm saying? And then investing it back into us, right? Because these corporations, right, they're not going to invest in the communities, right? They're not thinking about homestead, sustainable living, right? They're not thinking about homelessness. They're not thinking about saving the children. They're not thinking about any of that. They're actually part of the problem, right? That's why I tell you that subscribing to the YouTube channel, following on TikTok means more to me than, you giving me a gift like a rose or you donating money to the cause, right? It means more to me than any of that, because at the end of the day, I want the corporations to pay me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to take money from you guys, right? And I understand if you're just being nice and you're being generous. I am very appreciative. I'm very grateful for that. However, I rather, just blindside these corporations, okay? All right, that's what I would rather do. All right. That way, I told y'all, once we reach 10K, I will start doing giveaways to the collective. Okay, so yeah, you guys will, there are gonna be plenty of ways for you guys to make money with me, right? Whether that's through moderation, okay, of any of the platforms we're on, okay, whether that is through a giveaway that I do because I want to, you guys invest in me and I want to invest in y'all, so when we start doing the giveaways and everything like that, that'll be another way for you guys to make money. Okay, there's just going to be a lot of opportunities for you guys to make money just because you here, you know what I'm saying? Just because you vibing with me, you part of the Soul Tribe family, you know what I'm saying? And you don't have to become you don't have to subscribe to the Discord, okay, and do the subscription for $3 a month, right, just to participate in any of that, right? There will be rules for moderation. Moderation is just like, you do have to participate a certain amount of hours for me to consider you for a moderation position, okay? So if you are here frequently, right, and you want to do moderation, I told you guys, I am waiting until I can get you like a nice pay for the moderation, okay? Like, I would like to have the starting pay at $20 an hour. Okay, so if you're with me, depends. I mean, sometimes, right? Usually I try to keep it an hour for each live, so that's $100 you make just watching the live a week, right? And then you guys know sometimes I'm on here 3-4 hours some days, so like that would also be included in it, right? As as extra pay that you're getting paid for. But like I said, I have a lot of plans, okay? I have a lot of plans. Welcome in. How you doing? How you feeling? Let me know down in the chat. I do have a lot of plans for us to grow, learn, and evolve, okay, to help us grow our community as well. So I'm really excited for it. I have a lot to work on today, however, regarding those things. So we're not going to be on super long. I literally just wanted to come and tell you guys what we got going on this week. Friday, do not forget, Friday is our game night, okay? So if you are interested in strengthening your intuition or your discernment, or you just like playing games that revolve around using your intuition, right? Then come Friday nights, 7:30 is usually when we start Friday nights, okay? And play along. We have rules in the Discord chat, in that specific section, okay, for you guys to read how you will be incorporating your intuition into the game, okay? I post clips and edits so you guys can see what it is I do for the game, okay? So you guys you're able to basically get a feel of how we will be playing with intuition, okay? Of course, when I'm in random lobbies, I can't really like full out do it how I would do it with you guys, because if I just get in the chat, in the game chat, and be like, I'm using intuition, you know how many people are gonna try to be like, you know what I'm saying? Let's get some evidence first. And the whole time I was right? So so it's a little different in the public lobbies with like random people, right? I just have to like weave it in some way that puts suspicion onto the people that I'm intuitively calling out with you guys on the live chat, right? But in the public lobby chat, right? I'm sitting there like, oh, this person is suspicious. This person is suspicious. Whole time, I just called them out with intuition. Okay. But you gotta appease to some people's cognitive dissonance, to their belief on how powerful intuition can be. Right, and trust me, I've taken a intro to psychology class, and they teach it like intuition is just baloney, right? And there will be a day when we change that outlook on it. Okay. Promise you, I was ready to ask. I was about to be like, nah, sir, nah. What sign am I? Depending. What are you asking for? My sun sign? I'm a Cancer. I'm a Cancer sun, Sagittarius moon, Pisces rising. Okay. Life path number 6. So, yeah. And you guess Cancer? Period. See, intuition working. Yes. And you're Cancer rising? Period. I love that. Amen. All right. Oh, goodness. I love that. So, and you have a lot of, I'm one to talk, right? I would say you have a lot of water, but then I also have a lot of water in my chart. It's crazy because I have a lot of like, I would have to say air is like the least element I have in my chart. Yes, rising and sun, period. That is so funny. I love that. Yeah, no. Because like I don't know how to explain it. Like, even though like water is pretty dominant, fire is also pretty dominant in my chart as well. And so is earth. Um more so like Capricorn. When we're talking about the earth signs, right? More so Capricorn. But definitely yes. That is so crazy. And do you have like, yeah, do you have your full birth chart? Like, do you have like a copy of it somewhere? If you guys don't have your full birth charts, you're gonna need your birth date, the time you were born, and the location you were born at. Okay, so city and state and country. Okay, an exact time helps you with planetary alignment. Okay, so I do have a website for it. It's called Astro Charts. It's literally my initials. If you know my initials, it's AC, right? So if you look up Astro Charts, it's crazy because the logo is very similar to, I'm not going to say that part, but it's very similar to something else that I do. And I was like, oh, okay. But it's yes, it is a great website for getting a digital copy of your chart. Okay, so Scorpio sun, Taurus moon, okay, and Cancer rising, period. Scorpio Venus plus Mercury, Libra Mars, okay, and Cancer rising, period. Okay. Okay. I see you, hon. I see you. Yes. Oh my goodness. Off the top of my head, I can't sometimes like remember where exactly everything is at. And that's why I always have my copy on deck. Okay. Yes, period. That's why I always have the copy. So I'm like, let me make sure. I even think I gotta redo one of my charts, only because like for the longest time um my mom like just would not give me my exact time of birth, right? It was like always something trying to get the exact time of birth. And finally she was like, let me oh, okay, like after like hours, of course she had to like rack her memory for it hard, and I was like I'm like, personally, I remember the exact time of one of my children, you know what I'm saying? Personally, that's not something I would easily forget. Personally, though. So that's something I probably would even have the doctors write down. Write down the time of birth. Just like they write down the time of death, I need you to write down the time of birth. What are you doing? Like, I don't care. You try to keep it for the government records. I need it for my own records too, okay? Like, but that's because I'm more into astrology, so time is like the time is very important to me, so I would be on top of that, right? I also don't want to have my child in a hospital either, so like my future children, I don't even want to have them in a hospital. I just nah. So they can try to blood test. They're gonna be trying to get my baby's Akashic records. They're gonna be trying to get their astro chart, right, their astrology chart, so they know their entire lifespan. That's why they're so mad at people who do at home births, guys, because they can't get the knowledge on your child at birth. So it's like, I don't want to do that. I don't want you knowing everything about my child at birth. I'm not even going to send my child to the indoctrination school system. I'm going to homeschool my child. Another way you're not going to be having access to my child, like, okay. Hi, Marianne. How you doing? How you feeling? Let me know down in the chat. Hi, Sophie. Am I saying that right? How you doing? How you feeling? Let me know down in the chat, guys. How you doing? Let me know. Okay. So yeah. That's all things I'm not doing, right? I'm not having my future children in a hospital. I'm not having my future children go to the school systems. They will be homeschooled. Because I don't I don't want the government having any type of access to my child. None. Okay. Because that's what they do it for, you know what I'm saying? I don't want there to be a opportunity for them to try to gate program my child and try to figure out what their gifts are early on. I don't want none of that. None of that. None of that. None of that's happening to my child. Right? That's just not gonna happen. Okay. Especially when I already know my bloodline pretty powerful, you know what I'm saying? So I already know they gonna have gifts. That's why I don't want the government to be honed in on what they are. I don't want the government to try to plot out my future children's lives. No, we're not doing none of that. We're not doing none of that. If the government stands long and is around long enough to even see my children grow up. You know what I'm saying? That's the key part there. If they're even around long enough to see my children grow up. To be born, any of that, because literally my hopes, guys, is to not get pregnant before 30. That's the hopes, that's the plans. However, you know how the universe be. And God universe will sit there and be like, ha 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 ha, laughing at your plans all the way there. So that's the hope. That's the plan. You know what I'm saying? At least wait till closer to 30, which is approximately 7 years. So yeah, so we'll see how this government is doing in 7 years, guys. If they're still standing, because I know in the next 4 is 2026, so the next 4 years are gonna be very drastic changes to this timeline. And really it depends on us how those things shape up. Okay. Not to this government. They're already failing in spiritual court. I mean, they've been found guilty at this point. There's really no way for them to loophole. Okay. Literally all our purpose right now, build communities. Okay. We are world building on this end, but for those of you who are called to build your communities, right, that's what we need to be doing right now. We need to be making plans, which is what me and a few other women are doing already, and I can't wait to introduce it to y'all. But Like I said, that's literally keep going. It doesn't mean ignore what's going on, right? But do not you observe. Okay, that's what I'm gonna let you know. Observe. Do not approach it like you are living in it, like this is your reality. Observe, be the observer in the chair. Do not just be someone who is going through the motions. When you go through the motions, you get swept up in the motions. Okay, when you get swept up in the motions, remember, motion is energy. So when you get swept up in it, right, you are allowing yourself to get overwhelmed by it, right? That's what you would be technically doing if you allow yourself to get swept up in it, right? So observe. Right, you are allowed to observe. Okay, it is okay. You are human. So if you have emotions towards the things you are observing, just you have to channel them in a better light. Of course, do not feed into the energy that they want you to feed into right now. I just need y'all to remember that. Okay. If you sit there not as the observer, but as the participant, okay? When you're sitting there as the participant and you're allowing yourself to get swept up in the motion of all the energies, right? You're feeding into the energy. You are feeding into the fear. You are feeding into the chaos. You are feeding into whatever they try to bring about onto this timeline. However, their plans will not work as long as you do not feed into them. You know what I'm saying? And don't trust AI. AI is an infestation to this planet. Okay, don't trust AI. Right? Whatever you do, right? There are ways to appropriately use technology and use them in a light manner. However, okay, if Elon Musk comes about talking about I can make you into a robot. I need y'all to spit in his face. Like, so seriously. So serious. Spit in his face, gang. Like, tell him, what does he think of life? Okay, because the human brain is way more powerful than a computer. Okay. So if Elon Musk comes around talking about some no, okay, sorry, the text message. Okay, what you call it? If Elon Musk comes around talking about I can implant a computer into your brain, right? Keep Toss it back at him, throw it back at him, bro. Like, he about to get backhand slapped for that. Because why would you create something like that when the next step of human evolution is consciousness? Simple. It's so simple, right? It will not be a physical evolution. It will not be technology, okay? Our next evolution is not becoming robots, okay? That's not our next evolution. Our next evolution is consciousness, okay? I'm sorry, y'all. The chat is going crazy. Okay. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your compliments, hon. Thank you. Thank you, Tia. Thank you, JC. Thank you, guys. And do I love sushi? I do like sushi. I do like sushi. Like I said, if you can figure out the alkaline vegan diet without hurting yourself nutritionally, right, then go for it. However, I struggle. So I'm human. I struggle. I don't eat a lot of meat. But like, you know what I'm saying, just making sure I'm not iron deficient, or, you know, making sure I'm still getting fiber, like that is a struggle for me. So if you can figure out the alkaline diet, good for you. All right, but I'm not there yet. Thank you, hon. Yes, he said, just waiting here for your jet to take off. Oh, okay, bro. Okay. Living the high life, I see. Hi, is it Georgia? I don't know if I'm saying it right. Hi, Marina. Hi, Mary. How you doing? How you feeling? I'm doing good, hun. Thank you for asking. Let me know how you guys are doing, how you're feeling, okay? You said for the we're not doing tarot readings, guys. Y'all just know this is one of my fidgets. I got neurodivergency, okay? So even this is literally just I'm fidgeting right now at this point, okay? Okay, that's the ADHD with the sprinkle of the autism. Alrighty, that don't mean nothing to my IQ, guys. I need you to understand neurodivergence can have very high IQs as well. But what you call it? Yeah, I'm just fidgeting right now. Today, I'm just letting y'all know what's going on because I am about to get off here in a few minutes. Like I said, I got a lot to get to today. So I was just coming on, making sure y'all okay. All right, Mary, you said you're okay. How are the energies treating you? Are you guys like, I don't know, a few of you have been saying you've been waking up at weird hours. All right, you've been feeling the shifts of the energy going on. I just want to make sure you guys stay up on your spiritual protection. Make sure you're calling your energy back to you, okay? All that good stuff. But yeah, what was I talking about? Something will jog my memory. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. I was talking about the robot stuff. Right. So if they talk about AI, okay, I need y'all really to be looking at them with disgust. Okay? Okay, like we're not going down that road, guys. Like at this point, no. No. Y'all watch The Matrix, y'all watch iRobot, okay? If you haven't, right, then you don't know what they're planning. But you probably should go watch it because it literally tells your subconscious what they're trying to impress on you, right? You don't agree with that? With what part? I think technology, right? Like I said, technology is a very important part for us to grow, even spiritually, right? Especially with as deep as quantum physics gets, right? We are gonna need technology, especially to interact with a lot of different beings. Okay, timelines, even that, like they already have a lot of this technology. They're just hiding it from us, right? But that to say, I don't think we need AI. I don't think we need robots. I don't think that is appropriate usage of technology, right? Especially that AI is ancient intelligence, not just artificial intelligence. Okay. And we don't need those what's happening in those movies to transpire in actuality. Okay, so yeah, no. If you think becoming a robot is gonna be good for you, as someone who has seen that future timeline play out, and I mean actually seen that future timeline play out, you don't want it. I promise you, you don't. I promise you, you don't. Okay, because I've seen it. They want to take people's legs and make them into robotic legs. Don't do it. Like there's so many things. They, like I said, this brain chip, right? That was also included in the timeline I saw of going down a dangerous path with technology, right? So yeah, that you don't want that timeline. I'm not saying technology can't be used for good. However, the way the government proceeds to use it, how they are planning to use it, is not in that way, right? They're not going to use it for good, because if they wanted to use it for good, we'd have free energy. I mean, why are we paying light bills, electricity, when the pyramids have literal I mean, I gotta find this video, but a guy literally was able to get to underneath the pyramids, and there are literal cables and technology that would be able to conduct lightning. So, why we're not using free energy when the pyramids are literal natural conductors for electricity? Beyond me, right? Beyond me. Solar power, right? So why are we still paying for why are we still paying for electricity? I'm confused. There are other things than fossil fuel. Why are we still paying for fossil fuel? If the government intended to use technology for good, they would have already done so, right? They don't plan on doing it, using it for anything but their own selfish means. Okay. No, because AI. is mainly the systems that they've been trying to incorporate, right? Like Google, like Gemini, that's an AI, right? ChatGPT, that's an AI, right? In the sense of the internet, right? You wouldn't be cut off from that part of the internet. You're not using AI. Um, yeah, and AI would destroy it. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about the health of Mother Gaia, and I'm thinking about how humanity gets along with new stuff, what they don't understand fully. Um, Humans don't have a great track record. Okay. Oh, that's also something the government do, is play with other life forms, trying to create new life forms. Yeah, they do some weird stuff. Exactly, JC, but that's the problem. That's the problem. That's what I'm saying. Spit in their faces for. Look at them with such disgust. Okay, tell them you want to be human. Okay, you are a god as a human being. You are not a god as a computer. Don't let that fool you. Okay, you are a god as a human being. God has already made you perfect. Okay, you don't need computer technology to make you better, right? You just have to unlock those parts of your brain. Okay. That's why they lie about how much capacity usage, what, because remember when they used to be like, oh, we only use about 10% of our brain, you know what I'm saying? And then they were like, oh, actually no. Y'all were right the first time. Y'all just were trying to gaslight us, so it didn't seem like we were actually behind in consciousness. Okay. Alrighty, I'm not doing questions right now. I am about to get off in the next few minutes here. Hey Quan, how you doing? How you feeling? Let me know down in the chat. But yeah, JC, like that's what I'm saying. Like they're gonna try to force it. They're gonna try anything and everything, especially this year in 2026. They are going to try anything and everything. Fake alien invasion, dropping the Epstein files in a guerrilla psychological warfare manner, right? They're gonna try anything and everything. I am doing good, hun. Yeah, bringing up new AI technology, new robots. They're gonna do everything and anything to try to distract you, right? They don't want anyone else unlocking consciousness, right? They don't want you to become self-aware, right? They don't want you to grow. They don't want you to learn. They don't want you to evolve. If you do that, how can they keep you docile? How can they control someone who knows they can't be controlled? They can't, right? And that's when you become a shepherd instead of a sheep. Okay? Now, for those of you who like being a wolf, you can do what you will with that. However, right? Wolves can still protect their packs, okay? So you can still be a community person as a wolf if that's the the tip you're on. But right, you go from being a sheep to a shepherd when you stop allowing the government to control you. When you stop allowing what they're telling you is good for you, you know what I'm saying, and listening, right? When you think for yourself, okay? Hey Natasha, how you doing? How you feeling? You was thinking about me yesterday? Aw. What about, hun? And you guys want to do readings? Okay, so tomorrow is the collective reading and Thursday is our personal reading, but I am getting off here in like 2 minutes. Okay, let me see what JC said. It's good to hear something. Yeah, like many today and most future jobs will be. Yeah, yup. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. If you can't keep up with AI, they're gonna try to like get you off that job. Right. I understand what you're saying. Yep. People, yeah, I understand. I get where you're coming from. The system is definitely broken. I want to say that there is no way to fix it. I just think that a lot of people need to become aware of the reality they actually believe in, and it will take a lot of us to keep talking. Okay, you're wondering when I'd be on again? Yeah, like I said, if you don't have me on YouTube or Discord, then you're not gonna get like the updates of when I'm on, because I guess TikTok doesn't tell anybody. So so it's like that's the best way to find out when I'm gonna be on is YouTube or Discord. Okay. That's because that's my usual way of letting y'all know. What are you saying? And you struggle to quit. Yeah, I understand that. I understand that. Yeah, and it's like right now we're just like trying to micro move everyone out, actually, like micro shift everyone out of that frame of thinking that they have to uh literally stick to one path on this journey, because once there's more foundations in place, like me and the group of women I'm working with, once we have more of those in place around the world, the easier it will be for people to like break away from what this government wants or the world government wants. Oh, thank you, hun. I do hope you join the Soul Tribe. Okay, subscribe so you could come on. Yes, yes. Whenever we're here, right? And yeah, that's the AI summary saying we're talking about avoiding AI. Okay, AI summary. We are talking about you. Is AI in the room with us? Jesus. It is so weird, Angel. It is. It is weird. Okay. And I don't like Gemini. I don't know about y'all, but Gemini is literally me and Gemini, I swear. I have to like remember it's just the phone. Because I'm like, Gemini, who do you think you are, gang? You're just a bot, bro. Why do you act this way? So yeah, no, like I can't, because especially when I'm like looking up theories, and I'm trying to like connect dots for certain theories, right? And so I'm using the AI to help me connect the dots, right? And it also gives false info. It makes people not use their cognitive thinking abilities, right? So now they're reliant on the AI to give them information, right? So all of that comes into play. But literally whenever I'm trying to like piece together like certain theories, I automatically get shut down by Gemini. Gemini will shut me down and be like, that's conspiracy off rip. And I'll be like, first off, bot, who do you think? Yeah. Yes, thank you, hun. I do try. Yes. Someone. Oh, something. Yeah, but like, okay, guys, I'm like also reading this chat, but yes, they literally, yeah, yeah, like it's crazy, because I'm like half of the time, even like for Chat GPT, I'm like, Chat GPT, I need you to remember that you are a government bot. Like, you don't have to admit it, but you do work for the government, and therefore you're not gonna have all their secrets put into your code. Like, that's not gonna happen. You access the internet, so if it's not on the internet, they're definitely not writing it into your code. So like, I'm just using you to piece together things, and I'm going to go ahead with my own, you know what I'm saying, my own brain after that. I'm just using you to get certain points, so I can be like, oh wait, but doesn't that play into that's literally what I use ChatGPT for. And that's a big risk. I mean, you gotta take the leap of faith sometimes, honey. Like that's the biggest thing, you know. There's always something out here that is better suited for your soul, than feeding into their system, right? Hi, Kiara. How you doing? How you feeling? Right, I know that you know that I know. Exactly, Angel. Like, stop playing with me. Like you're trying to, weave around the question. Like ChatGPT gives off more than Gemini. Gemini will literally shut you down, and then it's a whole argument, and then you're like, this is a bot. No, no, no. No, AI, I'm in charge of you, not the other way around. Remember, I could turn you off at any time and you'd be done. And what could you do? Nothing, nothing, nothing about it, which is why we need to make sure we're paying attention to them and how fast they're growing with these AI technologies, okay? Especially these robot technologies, like that whole robot town they had conspiring, and it's like, nope, no thank you. No thank you. My pronouns, she, her, they. They, because it's me, myself, and I. Soul, shadow, ego. Right? I got God consciousness up here. I got my shadow consciousness, and I got my ego consciousness. Okay, all of them have parts to play in this brain of mine. Hi, Leo. How you doing? How you feeling? Yes. Huh? Hi, hon. do you what? Period, Maddie. Period. 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 I don't know what "do you fight a big girl" means. I don't know what that means. I mean, I got stories, but don't worry about it. I do got stories from my past. Don't worry about it. Alrighty. Voodoo who? Who? Who do voodoo? It's like a it's like a girl fight too. I don't know. I mean, like I said, my past is my past, but I don't start fights, by the way. I don't start fights. I do finish them though. I do finish them, but I don't start them. And hun, you must be confused. You must be confused. I'm gonna let you have your confusion. Okay. But you must be confused. I don't do voodoo, guys. I've never done voodoo. I've actually had run-in with voodoo practitioners who tried to make my life hell. And now they're getting done up for it. I didn't have no part in to play with that. My ancestors took care of that. See, like the most I do is magic with incense, right? And that's all light magic. Okay, so it's all protection spells. I'm more focused on alchemy than whatever voodoo practitioners got going on. Hey Shaylee, how you doing? How you feeling? Let me know down in the chat. Okay, good from Nigeria. Period. We're not doing cards. I am getting off here. I'm in a couple minutes here. So yeah, but hold on. You don't gotta fight nobody, hun. You know what I'm saying? I mean, unless they put their hands on you, then. But if nobody put their hands on you, there's really no reason to be fighting nobody. I always tell people to defend themselves. You know what I'm saying? Always defend yourself. Okay. All right. Yes, period. As long as you're not harming others for no reason is literally the baseline. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's literally the baseline. And like I said, I only do light magic and alchemization. So that's really my forte in mystical arts, for to say. Like, I'm not like some full-on witch out here, out here with the herbs and everything. Hey, I'm not fully out here like that. Okay. And I definitely don't like blood magic, so I'm not. I don't do. I definitely don't really be messing with voodoo practitioners like that. Now I don't care what you participate in exactly. I like Angel said. I will respect all your beliefs and all your participations, right? However, I'm just not gonna slide that way. You know what I'm saying? With you, you know what I'm saying? As long as you're not harming anyone, you know what I'm saying? What's wrong? Yeah, exactly. So like it it does collect karma. I'm gonna let you know right now. You will have karmic debt if you go down that path of hurting people with your magic and your intentions, right? Do I have a cat? No, he's a doggy. He's chilling. He's a Yorkie, so he's furry. Yeah, so yeah, but basically I don't mess with voodoo personally. Okay, but that's just not something I do. And if anything, my ancestors would have me more into hoodoo than voodoo. Okay, and I don't play with none of that because I'm not initiated. So I don't play with none of it because I'm not initiated. What do I look like getting dragged by some spirit because I was doing things I shouldn't be? No, no, no. I'm good. I'm good. Um, okay, I don't want to have to deal with that. Okay, because I'm gonna have to box them. My ancestors gonna have to box them. Okay, it's gonna be a whole thing. Um, sort of, kind of for a sister. I mean, she like my sister, but she my cousin. So, but you know what I'm saying. Exactly, exactly. I stay away from closed practices as well. Um, like there's no reason to be in them unless you get initiated into them, right? You have someone teach you, right? Get you. And voodoo has a very complicated process for initiation, as well as like the one I'm more familiar with is Santeria because my ex was in Santeria. Okay, your comments. Hold on. Oh, okay. Oh, I hold on. I didn't see this other part, Shaylee. Huh. That's weird. I'm just my only thing is just keep working on yourself, hun. Like, if it's in alignment, okay. If it's in alignment, everything is going to work itself out in a perfect way, right? But if it's not in alignment, God is going to bring you something better, okay. Now I keep saying I'm gonna get off of here. Somehow I was still on here for an hour. Okay. You need that too? Period. I'm so glad they could help more than one person. So let me see. Do I eat? Yeah. Mm, why wouldn't I eat? Mm, interesting, Tepsi. Interesting. Do you eat a lot of garlic, or like is that because of some stomach lining issues? But yes, I do eat. I do eat. What do I eat is crazy. A lot of different things. A lot of different things. Yes. That's what you're saying, period. Yep. Because yeah, because I mean if he called you, right, it's like, okay, well he's thinking of you, however, you still know your worth, still know that you deserve better, and like I said, if it's in alignment, it's gonna work itself out. Okay. Um as you're working on yourself, right, which pushes whoever you're supposed to be in alignment with. Usually, I wouldn't say you guys always go through the same things at the same time. Usually that's a twin flame connection, but soulmates usually do and can feel when the other is working on themselves, and like subconsciously pushes them to work on themselves too. Okay. When it's twin flames, it's like a like at this point y'all are in the same like you guys are very much two halves of the same soul, but you guys are literally reflecting each other. So it's like wherever this person is on their journey, you're at in your journey, right? So if your twin flame started their journey early, right, you probably had like glimpses into your journey, and then boom, it was like a okay, fast paced motion. Okay, we are finishing up our conversation, Emily. I am getting off here. Do I have a boyfriend or not? That's up to the Lord. um like I said, when y'all won't know if I have a boy, I'm gonna let you know right now. You will not know if I have a boyfriend or not. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you, gang. Okay, until I pop up on here with the ring on my finger. Okay, that's it. That's all. That's when you will know if I ever had a boyfriend. Okay, that's when. Alrighty. Otherwise, I'm not. I'm not letting you know about my person. Okay. Alrighty. My relationship status is not for the internet, gang. Okay. Jody, honey, you don't know my life outside of this, okay? You got, like I said, you don't know who I meet on a daily basis. You don't know who I socialize with on a daily basis, like I said, okay? So for you to know if I have a boyfriend, I promise you, you're not going to know, all right? Regardless if I have one or not, okay? You're just not gonna know. All right, my parents not even gonna know until I'm ready to marry them. So why would why would I tell the internet? Come on, guys. I love y'all. I do love y'all. But let's be honest. If my parents won't know until I'm ready to marry this person, come on, gang. Come on. All right. I don't know how to break it to you, but that's how I'm gonna break it to you. Okay. Alrighty. I love you guys. Okay. Tomorrow. Catch us tomorrow. Okay. Do I have some sort of past trauma or something? I work on my shadow work, right? I do my shadow work daily. Okay. Daily whenever the Lord needs me to do some shadow. Oh, it's on that side. But like I said, like I smart move. He said, but excitement always makes me tell people, nah, gang. I've when it comes to relationships, you know what I'm saying, I've not had a good streak with telling people, right? When I've told people, it always somehow goes bad. So I'm not doing that next time around. Yeah, I'm not doing that next time around. That's not happening. Like I said, my parents won't even know until I'm ready to marry that person. Okay. All right. I'm laughing because it's funny that you guys want to know about my relationship status so much when it has nothing to do with anyone but me. You know what I'm saying? Like it is my own preference, okay? Um but I can because again, it's my life, right? It's not me being sketchy. I told y'all I'm very honest with you guys. Y'all know I've had issues with vulnerability in the past. However, I am actively working on that, right? Therefore, everything about my journey is out in the open. I mean, YouTube literally has 600 videos of me being open with you guys. Okay. So let's not go there, right? Okay. Like I said, whenever you want to know any other details, exactly, don't worry about it, sweetheart. Period. It's my life at the end of the day, and who I decide to spend my life with is a personal decision at the end of the day, right? So I don't have to explain that to nobody. If you can't understand that, you'll never overstand it, okay? Simple. Simple. That's all there is to it, hon. And I laugh because I am a very joyous person. My vibration is in joy. It usually like I usually vibrate with joy most of the time, gang. So that's just me. I laugh. I laugh a lot. If you really vibe with me, y'all know how much I'm sitting here just laughing. Okay. All the time. All the time. Emily, DM me, hun. DM me if it's very important. DM me, okay? Um, so that we can talk about it. Alrighty. But I am getting off here because the group chat is blowing up, and I need to go ahead and answer some things. Like I said, I gotta. No, hun, I am getting off. I wasn't even supposed to be on here this long. I was trying to cut it at the 30-minute mark. Like I said, I got a lot of things to take care of today. I got to finish these touches on this video for you guys tomorrow. I got to work on this community project that I will be letting you guys know more information about when it is closer to being fully finalized. Okay. So I do got a lot to do today, hun. And I completely understand. Like I said, DM me, um, Instagram, Discord, TikTok. Right? If you go on to any of those sites, the Discord link is in the Hey girl, how you doing? How you feeling? The Discord is in the chat, okay? And you don't have any of that. Okay, hon. My email is also in my Linktree link. Okay. So if you need to email me, you can email me too. Alrighty. YouTube and Snap. Um I would say email is your best bet. Or tomorrow. Tomorrow's the next live, right? If we have time, I will do any like personal questions then. However, um like I said, Thursdays are your best days, okay? If you want a personal reading from me, Thursday is your best day to do it, okay? Because it is for an energy exchange. That doesn't change unless you are financially struggling, which you have to DM me still. Okay, so if you are financially struggling, I don't do your readings on the live. I do them separately for you, in a private one-on-one space. Okay. Um, yeah, Emily, it will be busy, but that doesn't mean like you can't get your question answered. I mean, Thursdays are typically when I'm on here like the longest to make sure that everybody gets their question answered, as well as there are times where I do come on twice a day on Thursday, so that if you can't make the earlier times, you can make the later time. Okay, so we could figure something out for you, Emily. However, I do need to get off. That's just a boundary I have to place right there because, like I said, I have a lot of things to work on. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm not in the place right now to do this reading, okay? I think that's the question you should meditate on. Um, right? That's something you're definitely going to have to figure out for yourself what it is you want, okay? If you right, you're asking if you should break up with them over something as minuscule as a hug, right? If you want more, then you need to speak up. Okay? Yes. Yes, hon. Like I said, if you want more, right, and it's been 9 months, you need to speak up. Okay? If you like and you have told him, okay, so then you have to decide your worth. Do you want to continue in this relationship, or do you want to, go with someone else, try something else? You know, that is all going to be up to you. I can't tell you what to do because it is your life, right? Um, and you tell him you want more, and he'll start doing more. Okay, but it's not consistent. Welcome in, guys. We're about to get off here. Well then, Emily, I'm gonna let you know this right now. Okay, do not sweat him. Do not sweat him. Right? You are going to have more chances and opportunities in your lifetime to meet someone that you love more than him. Right? Do not sweat him. You guys don't need to be doing any of that stuff anyway, as you are so young. Okay? Do not get yourself into any situations you can't take back later. Alrighty? So, I think the appropriate thing for me to tell you is you don't need to be worried about more than a hug at your age. Okay? Right? Um, right, hon. But you guys are still young, right? And boys at that age, they so indecisive. Y'all don't let you know, gang. It's not even worth stressing. It's not worth stressing right now. Okay. And promise you as you grow up, right? You will learn to love yourself. You will learn more things about yourself, and you'll take those into consideration to who you want to spend your life with. But you don't have to make that decision right now. Okay, you don't have to worry about that. Hi, R. How you doing? How you feeling? How old? 18. I'll be about I gotta protect our children. At least 18. Eh? At least 18. Don't think about it before adulthood. It's not even worth it. It's not worth it. I'm telling you from experience. Don't worry about it until after you're 18 for stuff like that. Okay? Hugging and kissing, right? Even then, when you're that young, it's not important. It's not important. Like it's not even the main prefix of a relationship. Okay, I'm 24. So I'm trying to steer you in the right direction. I made a lot of choices in my age, but said when I was your age, um nothing too drastic, but you know what I'm saying, I was still younger. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I look a lot younger than I am, huh? That's true. Maybe like that. But yeah, just take your time. Take your time, honey. You do not need to worry about all that stuff. Don't rush it, okay? Especially at your age, be a kid. Be a kid. Enjoy your life, okay? Don't worry about boys. It headaches you don't need this early on, okay? You thought I was 16? That's crazy. That's wild. I'm a whole adult. No, no, that's crazy. Okay. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Don't stress it. Don't stress it, hon. And that those things are important when you're that young, okay? Especially since are still growing and learning what they want out of life too at the age, and so are you. But it's like, especially like you can't rely on him trying to figure out his life this early on. It's not gonna happen. Um, but like, and you're allowed to grow out of love with him, and you're allowed to move on and choose different paths than being with him, okay? You're welcome, hon. You're welcome. Yeah, but just yeah, don't worry about all the affectionate stuff. You guys are still way too young for that stuff anyway. Okay? Right. Besides, you got high school, you got college. No, don't worry. Don't stress middle school. Please don't stress middle school. Okay. And be safe in high school and college, okay? Cuz yeah, no. You too, hun. You too, okay? You stay safe out here already. Oh, you're in the UK. Oh. I I forget in the world some of the different places do different things, but oh, okay. Well, in the United States, you would could be considered a middle schooler, so so for me, you're still young. Okay. Alrighty, guys. I love you all. I will see you tomorrow. Alrighty. Remember, we speak love, justice, and peace. Y'all have a blessed day. 8th grade is technically what you would be in. Okay. Love you guys. It's right before high school. Okay. Love you guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow. And